one big party?
Sure, yeah, I love it.
Is that okay with you guys?
We just have to get out of here before.
Okay, let's go with you guys first then. What can I do for you?
Well, I guess you were saying that you had traveled from California to Mexico, right?
Oregon to Oklahoma to...
You were saying you used to cook in a restaurant.
I am rated a chef in 5 states.
Wow.
I built restaurants. I built them tangibly, like as a contractor. I would physically build the building, even lay the tile, design the kitchen, put the kitchen in based on their demography and their menu, and then open them with an apron on and get them started. That's what I used to do. No big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal.
You had mentioned the factory, or like you worked in a factory.
I'm rated an industrial manufacturing efficiency expert globally. I had the opportunity to build Hewlett Packard's new plant in Ireland.
In Ireland?
Yeah, not to build it. They build it. I come in behind them, and I'm a startup specialist. I get it started out.
Okay.
I'm the startup specialist. I had the opportunity, but things went by the wayside on that one.
That's okay.
If I may ask, how'd you get the name Birdman?
Yeah.
Well, I am the Birdman.
How'd you get the name Birdman?
Can I just show you?
Yeah.
I'll just show you right now. Where's my stuff?
Right here?
There's a bag of chips. Just chips. Watch this. This is why I'm the Birdman. The damn birds. Okay. The birds. These birds right there in that tree. They are a gesture piece. They are part of the dove genus. And there you have it. Would you like to hold one?
Wait, yeah.
Hold your hand out wide.
Right.
Hold your hand out. I'll put some chips in your hand, and the bird will come to you. There. Is a bridges piece. So that's not difficult. Now is that? Kind of a mess. Sorry. That's not difficult at all. Turn around. The birds won't. They'll stay with you. They'll stay with you. Go ahead, turn around, face the camera. Do what you gotta do. Put it in both hands. Get a bunch of birds on you. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Bingo.
Wow, so this is why I know you're the Birdman.
These are members of the dove genus. They're minority doves, like black doves or Mexican doves or whatever, but they're still doves. And they're just your piece. They're a bridge. They are my bridge to you.
Oh my God.
They're my bridge to you. Ow!
What is this?
Take a look. Take a look what I got. I have an international community here already assembling. This is the bridge of peace. The birds are the bridge.
The bridge of peace.
These are the bridge. All you gotta do is open your arm, open your hand, and you get one. I feel the cold, clean shock of the sheet against my thigh to my shin, my foot dangling off the mattress, sheet tight on the box spring on the floor, no friend. I lie in a twist, blanket, sheet, and pillow. One arm around a pillow as though in some post-coital embrace, and face down in another breath. Hot, sour with last night's booze, sex, cigarettes. The 1970s clock screams its electronic noise at me from across the room. And I know. Day begins. That's just the beginning, isn't it? Are you interested in the next paragraph?
Of course.
That screaming electronic 70s noise waking me up. And in my dance with my eyes still closed, I bump into a beer can that's half full. There's a good sign. Then I remember that I'd set the alarm clock across the room so far away that I had to actually get up. shut it off. I did it on purpose. Shit. It's 4:30 in the morning. The day begins again. I got in last night at 1. TikTok. Let's start again. It's a true story. That really.
Like a memory.
It was true where I was at the time in that place. And I was managing 2 at once. I slept between 1 a.m. and 4:30. I got like 3.5, 4 hours sleep a night. Got up, took a shower, started again. 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Well, on the 7th day, I only had 1 restaurant. That was like a day off, only doing 1. I was managing both, and I was in charge of both. The owners wanted me there, everybody wanted me there. I beat the crap out of myself, but it was a good time. I don't regret it. Barns to the ground and killed everything, all the livestock. So that when the German army advanced further in, they had nothing. They had no shelter, no food, nothing. And then the Finns held another line and did it again, and again, and again. They lost every single battle. In the end, the Germans turned around. Who's out of hell with this? And went back home. The Finns are the only army on earth that won against Hitler's army without ever winning. They won. The Germans turned around and said, "Oh, the hell with this." It's called scorched earth policy. If you come into my village, you want to take over me, I'm going to burn my village to the ground. My house to the ground, kill all my livestock, you get nothing. You have nothing. When you come in here, you got nothing. They had nothing. They didn't have a barn to sleep in. They had nothing. They burned the barns to the ground. They burned everything to the ground. It's called scorched earth policy. It's, in other words, when you fight with a Finn, you're guaranteed one of 2 outcomes. Either I win or we both lose. If I'm going to lose, and I can see I'm going to lose, I'm going to make sure you lose too. We both lose. They advanced and they had nothing. They didn't have any barns to lie down in. They didn't have any livestock to feed off. They had no houses, no bars, nothing. The Finns destroyed everything they owned. Burned it all to the ground. Their own properties to the ground. Burnt everything to the ground and killed all the livestock and then retreated.
Wow.
The German army advanced and had nothing. They had nothing. Had no shelter. And they weren't dressed for the winter.
Oh.
So, and they didn't have any shelter. Not even a barn to get it. No, they burned them all to the ground. The Finns burned everything.
Great battle tactics.
Yeah, it's called scorched earth policy. Yep. If I can't win, I'm going to make sure you don't either. Maybe I lose, but I'll make sure you lose too.
I lost my train of thought.
It's a really heady tactic. It's a brilliant tactic. It's psychological warfare. There's no winner. If I can't win, neither can you. I'll make sure of that. That's how a Finn fights.
Yeah, I do it because I think everybody has a story, and if people are willing to share their story with me, like I've heard your story, and it's a beautiful story, and people should hear it.
All right.
I feel like everybody it's not forced. Like I don't like to go and be like, what's your name? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? Where did you come from? Because it's like, again, it's none of my business. If people want to share, then I would love to hear it.
Right. Being part of it and being part of it is good enough. Good enough. You guys stay in tune. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I'm 11. I guess there's 11.
That's a
All
great
we
number.
need now is a 12th one, don't we?
Yes.
All we need now is a 12th one.
Then we can have a jury.
No.
No?
What we can have is what Christ walked with. But it doesn't mean that God changes. God doesn't change. So long as you and I have the same God, I'm fine with it. You celebrate however you like. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not going to fight wars over it. It'll kill you. Be angry about it.
Yeah, but that's not when we are talking about true believing in the way and based on the background, culture, and environment. But this touch with it, when you have once, then you are there. It doesn't matter from which school or which direction.
Yeah.
Or which So I totally understand your point.
Yeah. I believe that you believe in the same God that I believe in. You may celebrate your belief in a different way.
Yeah.
And she may celebrate her belief in a different way. But I believe the God stays the same God. It's my God, your God, his God. It's all the same God. And I'm okay with that. It's okay that you have a different way to celebrate your beliefs. It's okay. It's okay that you celebrate your belief in a different way. It doesn't make us right or wrong. We don't have to have wars over it. As long as it's the same God, so we all end up in the same place together.
Yeah.
Children. My children's childhoods. When they called it the terrible twos, the terrible twos, terrible threes. Nah, I didn't see that way at all. I found the terrible twos and terrible threes to be the most fantastic experience of my life, if not theirs. So alive and so absorbing and so wondrous, seeking so much. And at a point in time, without sin. A knowing of sin. Absolutely pristine creatures of God. Just absorbing the world and seeking the world and wondering and curious as hell. But I believe there's a period of time where they were without sin. They had no sin in them. They weren't terrible twos at all. It was glorious times, my kids, when they were in their twos and threes. It was a catastrophe. And my ex-wife, my then wife at the time, we were still married. My ex-wife, my then wife, at the time, she was pissy about it. And I'm like giggling and laughing, like, whatever, man. Hey! Crap. I mean, the wonder of their wonder. You follow me? Mm-hmm. The wonder of their wonder. That's what was
it's contagious.
There you go.
It's contagious.
There you go. Yeah. My oldest girl, I've got 3 girls and a boy. And my oldest girl, Lindsay, I'd be sitting on the couch, and we were low budget at the time. We weren't doing so well for ourselves. Kind of a, crack whore level, shit-ass duplex we were living in. Doing the best we can. But anyway, Lindsay'd get up in the morning. I'd already be up. I'll be sitting on the couch watching the TV. And she'd be like 3 years old, right? And her hair, good God. Her hair was just a rag mop. Just, ridiculously, uneventfully, not even possible. Nobody can arrange this. Nobody can arrange this. It's a disaster. And her diaper would be down to her knees, totally sodden. And she'd walk out, she'd get up by herself. And she'd walk out, I'd be watching the television early in the morning. And she'd walk out by herself on her own and just look at me with those grumpy eyes. She'd look at me and her diaper's sagging around her knees, right? And her hair's, right? She's a disaster, an absolute catastrophe, right? And she'd just look at me, look at her, and she'd go, and she'd march across the damn living room and just come jump into my lap. Not jump, to I'd eat into my lamb, soggy diaper and all. You know, we just sit there. Wouldn't say a word. No word is spoken. Oh, and damn it, I'm trying to get some rest here. Did I tell you that just the other day, about a month ago, about 1 month ago here in Laguna Beach, I'm sitting on the, you know where that Dr. Seuss Park is up here with the weird chairs and the...
We haven't made it there yet.
Brown Park, whatever.
No,
I'm sitting there in the middle of the afternoon. Well, I had a beer in my pocket and I had a cigarette, both illegal. But I wasn't drinking the beer and I wasn't smoking a cigarette, which is a good thing. And around the corner from my blind side comes Officer Ferris, Corporal Ferris. And he knows me personally. All the cops know me. And he says, Shawn? I said, yeah, what's up? He says, I got something for you. I'm like, ah, crap. I actually said, is this a good thing or a bad thing? He says, well, I think you might think it's a good thing. Why don't you go sit over here? So he moved me from one bench to the other. And I said, all right. He said, yes, sir. Unknown what's going on. Where he parked was blind from where I can see. And he goes like this. And he waves. And a young lady, a 22-year-old young lady, walks around the corner and sits down next to me. My middle daughter had driven 1,000 miles just to come see me for 1 hour. And she went to the police station, asked the cops, can you find my dad? They said yes, they did. That's my middle daughter. That's Johanna Iman. My favorite, actually. She's my favorite. Where's my eyes? Drove 1,000 miles to see me for one more time. She knows I'm dying. And she wanted to know for herself. Who am I really? Besides what her mother said all those years. Came out to find it out for herself. Pretty cool. I can't give that one away.
When was this?
About a month ago.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea how to find her. She's not on my Facebook. She won't answer my calls. The officer has her phone number, but it's up to her. She just... I've written this before. The mother, may her bless her heart, I mean no offense. The mother assassinated my character to my own children, our children, for years and years and years to justify her behavior. She's on her fourth marriage. And she was a tweaker and lost on methamphetamine. I divorced her. But she always kept the kids. And so every time the kids said, what about dad? That being me. Well, I'm an asshole, I'm a motherfucker, I'm a piece of shit. And mom just that, crucified me and assassinated my character for all of their lives and for all their formative years. That's what they were led to believe, that I'm some kind of monster out here in the world. And I'm a sociologist and I know this. Children look to their mothers as though they're Mother Teresa and the Virgin Mary. They believe their mother. Yep. So there's nothing I can do. I knew there was nothing I could do to fight against it. Doesn't matter what I say, she's always going to win. That's Mother Teresa, that's the Virgin Mary. Until they get into their 20s, late 20s, and early 30s, at about that point, the child, I'm a sociologist and I know this, the child, male or female, realizes that their mother is only just a woman. She's not the Mother Teresa and she's not the Virgin Mary. She's just a woman. She's just a woman, a normal woman, and not some super god. At that point, then they'll turn around and say, gee, I wonder who Dad really was, or really is. So I've waited. I have waited. And I have waited for a very, very, very long time for my children to get to that point. They're all brilliant. They're all smart. I can't say a word. I can't jump in and that perhaps Dad was something more or different than Mom introduced him as. She assassinated my character to my children for their entire lives. One of them finally drove 1,000 miles to find out for herself who the hell I really was. She drove 1,000 miles to find out. I knew it would come. I knew it would. Yes. And she was satisfied with the results. I'll see her again. Just took some time, that's all. I had to wait. I had patience. Nothing I can do. Be patient. They'll come around. Children always seek out their fathers. They always do. I just had to wait my turn. And she was early. God bless her. That's it. Damn. Now, I was supposed to be taking a nap. Some rest here. And I was supposed to be lightening my load, and now I got more stuff to carry. God dang it. Every time I turn around, I get more stuff. That, you know what, that's a God thing. It's a God thing. You guys are welcome to anything you want out of that bag of groceries there. A bunch of pastries and stuff. It's all sealed, they're all clean. If you're hungry, are you hungry? Here, dig around, take what you want, man. Get some weight off me.
Thank you.
Get some weight off me. There's a bunch of pastries and all kind of shit. Rich crunch, yeah. Take some weight off me, man.
You want to hear one of my old songs?
Yeah.
Take you all the way back to 1979 when life was great. Okay. I wrote this song. Let's see. It started way back long ago when I was just a kid. They said it wouldn't be love, but to me it felt too good. I walked her home from school one day and didn't know what to say. She knew she had me hooked from the start, and this was all I could say. Please be mine to the end of time. Oh, baby, be mine to the end of time. Well, that was all so long ago when love was young and free. And now she's gone and left me, and it's back to misery. And now I sit here all alone and think of when we were kids and how it started. started on that day. Oh, when she heard me say these words. Oh, baby, please be mine to the end of time. Oh, baby, be mine to the end of time. Oh, baby, be mine to the end of time.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, man. I told you. I wrote that way back in '79. Man, you should try to get something off that.
You a musician?
Sam.
You sing?
Straight off the belt.
Okay, but what's the name of your group?
They call me John Megaman Watts.
John Megaman what?
That's me.
Oh, you good on that. The G.
Man, we want to hear one more. Come on, man. You started something now. You started something now. And that's with holding back restraints. You don't want me to let them vocals out. Who let the dogs out? You started something now. I wrote this one too. Same time. Stop loving me. Oh, so long a time. And when things seem to go bad, and now you tell me that you're leaving me. I try to do my best to give you everything you need. And after all I've done, you want to tell me that you're leaving me. Oh, darling, don't stop loving me, loving me. Oh, darling, don't stop loving me. And after all I've done, you want to tell me that you're leaving me.
Tell me that you're leaving me.
I got like 3 endings to that song. I switch it up every time.
Please don't ever leave.
See how easy it is? Just flow. Once you get a tune in your head, you can let it go. I can't sing. Oh, I can't sing. Of course you can sing. Anybody can sing. You just got to find out what it is you can sing. You might can't sing every Luther Vandross song. You're not going to be able to do that because he got a lot of studio mix in a lot of his stuff. But if you can sing one of his songs.
Can you get in his song?
I said, of course I can. I can sing anything, brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Okay. Luther. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. is still a chance. Even when there's nothing there. But a chance in a house, and a house is not a home away. There's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss goodnight. Now and then, you got it, man. I call your name.
You know any James Brown songs?
Can't sing James Brown.
No, you can't.
You don't know anybody sing James Brown. They can figure them imitating James Brown. Ain't nobody can sing James Brown.
At least you realize.
Listen, because I sing. Can't nobody sing James Brown and can't nobody sing Marvin Gaye. What? You're not gonna be able to sing that. You're just not. You know why?
What?
Because both of them three, their voices changed 3 octaves in the whole song. We didn't do that. Can't nobody do that but James Brown. And then it's a certain way you're gonna do that. Or you ain't gonna sound like James Brown, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She was more like a queen on the screen. What to me? I am the one. I'm gonna dance on the floor. You ride. People always do. Be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. What a lie to go through. Hey, stability is not my lover. She's just a girl who says that I am the one. The kid is not my son. Look at you. See, you missed that. Do it. I love Michael Jackson.
For 40 days and for 40 nights, I was on the hunt. Don't dance on the floor and around, babe. I was always told me, be careful with the love. I don't know the song. I can't even get this. Wow.
We need to jump in that reservoir right there and swim around. And the cow pond. The joy and pain.
And
It's the same thing.
sunshine
Yeah.
and rain,
Yeah.
joy and pain, sunshine
And see, that's the thing. See,
and
you
rain.
feeling good. See your joy now?
Mhm.
But somebody sitting right in the same sound the way you at is not having a good time and they mad because you is. The whole time I was saying everything else, I was watching everything. I stay that way. Even when I'm on the street.
Yeah.
I might be sitting right there with everybody sitting around the cool, but I see the stuff behind me, man. The word of God tells you must be vigilant. That's one and the same thing. You're going to always have the spirit, and you're going to always have the flesh. And they're going to steady be doing this every day. This is the only two elements in the world. Spirit and flesh collide with each other because they can't coincide with each other.
That's your
Collide with each other because they can't coincide with each other. The spirit in the flesh. And see, them people, they might be say that they Christian, whatever, but their spirit won't allow them to enjoy your spirit having fun. That's why we got 18 billion doggone churches. They call it Presbyterian, Skesterism, whatever they want to call themselves. No, that's crazy. Because number one, you're on the wrong thing. It's no religion in the Bible. No such thing as religion in the Bible. Them people stuck on stupid religion. Man, I'm gonna get in my fortification and my glory.
Is this backing up?
Yes, this is backing up. But more than likely, we just got to get further back from a track where a train gonna go past us. That's probably what it's all about. That's probably why they got delayed. They can't let us go up there. We gonna run head on into one of these jokers and get knocked off the side. I tell you every day of your life, oh, he'll make it right. Yes, he will. I tell you every day of your life, you got to get away from strife. You got to call on Jesus. Yes, you do. You got to call on his name every day. You got to call on Jesus in your life. You got to call on him every day. Yes, you do. You just call on Jesus. Oh, Lord, and everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Just make it up.
You got to call on Jesus.
Instantly.
And everything will be all right. He might not come when he want
But he'll be there on
to.
time.
On time. He'll be right there.
He's the on time God. Yes, sir.
You know, your career not over with it.
Oh,
You really want
long ways from over.
it. It's not over.
Long ways.
You got it.
Man, I tell you, it seems a lot of people, naysayers, will be like, well, John running from Atlanta. I'm running. No, I'm not. I'm readjusting. See what I'm saying? I'm not gonna see the one thing about God's word, he ain't gonna put no more than you can bear.
Yeah.
So when you get in that limit, he know how to tell you, slow down, go this route now. I'm going a different route now. And I'm still gonna achieve what he told me to achieve. It's a matter of time now. The way I was headed, I ain't going that way. I'm not going that way. That's too much pressure. And there's too much temptation.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that. He can tempt Jesus. I ain't Jesus. So he might get me, but I'm gonna go back in the woods and hide where he can't get me. You know, I ask the Lord to free it in my brain where I can just go off with it. You know what I mean? I don't, because then nobody can define, oh, I like that song, John. Okay. It's a universal song. Everybody needs to like it. You know? You can't be talking about, oh, he don't sing nothing but the R&B gospel. He only because I sing Amazing Grace. I sing all that. I sing my favorite song, How Great Thou Art. Love that song. And they let me sing that song at in the Catholic church. Come got me. Paid me $200 to sing that song.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The How Great Thou Art. Oh Lord my God.
There you go.
And I in awesome wonder consider all the things thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, the power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. I got a pastor in Brent, Alabama named Matty Murphy. She don't play. How about that? He can't come down in there. I'm trying to tell you, I've been around the world and now, ain't damn preacher like her. It took a real preacher to get me. She protected. When that lady prayed, it's on. For real? What? Man, that Pastor Murphy, and I ain't never met nobody like her. And I done been with church organizations with these pastors who jack leg preachers, robbing everybody for everything. I done been all part of them people. This lady's the real deal, man. Ever since I met her, she can preach. Man, they can't preach. She talking bad about it, but what? They talk bad about Jesus. Ain't nobody talk no words about you than they did about you. So, nothing. I done did a lot wrong. So, you can just look for this. Yeah, you can look for that. All y'all kind of crazy names. What they say we got to go to the bathroom. Not in the hand. In your face before my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you be. It's all been a pack of lies. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. And I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Hold on. Oh no. I can feel it coming in the air. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I can feel it coming in the air. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I know. Let me see. What is that? Okay. That was Bill Collins. So you remember the Eagles?
The Eagles, I heard of the Eagles.
Hotel California.
Yeah, I heard that song.
You like that song?
Yeah.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my head, the warm smell of eucalyptus rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up the candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, oh such a lovely place. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, oh you can find it here. Tiffany twisted. She got a Mercedes Benz. She's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. As we dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, but some dance to forget. So I call up the captain, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices keep calling from far away to wake you up in the middle of the night, just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. What a nice surprise, what a nice surprise. Oh, bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling, drink champagne on ice. She says, we're all just visitors here of our own device. In the master's chambers, they gather for the feast. They stab it with their steely knife, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Yeah, I sang all them live.
No, I see. You know.
Yeah.
You know them all.
I know a lot of songs. I used to tell them young cats, man, I know more songs. I done forgot more songs than you gonna ever learn in your life.
Yeah.
Well, we almost here, I guess. What? I'm getting closer to my goal. It is true, for you're not executed. It is true, oh, you're not salida. It is true, I see, it is true. I heard that one time, and I was able to say that, and the dude, man, you sang it. I said, man, I don't even know what them words even mean. Never knew the words. Today, I ain't never tried to know what the words mean. I just liked that song, man. That song.
Hey, you still don't know what that means. You don't know what you
Hey,
you could be cursing somebody.
be cussing out, but it means something about they love each other. Oxford. Tuscaloosa. Birmingham. We're gonna be Birmingham. Tuscaloosa. Yeah. We're almost there. Margaret, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Bring me that baby. Well, now that you see the real me, oh girl, let me see the real you, so that we can be in the world, joy and happiness. happiness with love that will last forever. Now that you see that we can be one, joy and happiness with love that will last. With the love that will last. With the love that will last. Forever. See, it's been cleared up. Thank you, I'll wait. I don't need it to be rain. No, I don't need that. I need a clear ride all the way to the yard. It's still a pretty good way. From Tuscaloosa to Brent, it's like about 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. City station. She's gonna be coming next stop. She'll be Tuscaloosa.
Village coach, we do have two restaurant village coach. They are unisex. Only when you
And you ask for the practice to be blessed and for the promotion of goodness and peace. Peace within yourself and peace within others. It's connected to every inch of your body. Even they are saying even extend out from our fingers. And there is an energy field around us, a torus field of energy around us. So we text that energy to our pineal gland. When I decided to go into spirituality, I was forbidden to do any martial arts for 3 years. That really killed me. Because I was doing from the age of about, I think 14, 15, I was to do them hours and hours a day. You know, even when I was going to school, I was going to college. But those years was difficult because I was, my spiritual guide says, stop it now. You know, in fact, his word was, there's nothing there except your ego, he said. So I stopped it. You know. It was difficult. But I still get up. I want to do something, and I said, no, I'm not supposed to do it. But then after that, he said, have a different approach to it. You know. After I managed to calm that side down, then I you know, even my martial arts teacher was happier. You know, when I went back, he was very happy. He said, in fact, he said. He thought I'll never grow up. He said, you know. He was saying that your ego was so big. I was thinking that it'll take 20 years before you can grow up because you have to be considered mature by them before they teach you any further, you know. So he said he thought he was going to wait 20 years, you know, but fortunately 3 years later I came back and he said, you're ready now. We need to fall into a state of being every time when we need it. For example, like in a normal circumstances, in a normal situation, when somebody is aggressive at you, 2 things normally happen to a normal human being. Either they fear or they become angry. Any kind of aggressiveness is anger. But every time, if not anger, it's fear. And both these are negative. What we are trying to achieve by this kind of practice is to fall into a state of what we call seni, which is literally, there's no word in English that I can actually use it. It's something like art. It's something like a form, a dance. You know, like the Native American used to say, there's a dance for everything. Even in war, even in death, there's a dance. They say this is the best step to take. Because when you dance to your death, you don't feel the fear and the pain. So it is done. So we want to train ourselves to be in this state. Instead of fear or anger, it's a state of meditation form, meditation, dance. We call it semi, yeah. Which roughly translated can be art, but the real art in martial arts, it's not. It's art. It's a form, because art is. What is art? Art is something that you can express, something that you feel, something that touch your emotion, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's art. So a martial art is not. This is martial. Where's the art? The art is the emotion, the feeling, the dance, the expressive, the flow, that's the art. It comes to physical aggression. So we teach ourselves, for example, how not to react to physical aggression, which is good. It's not going to be easy to even explain in words. But for example, we take it into our initial training. So for example, if you reach out to me, right? So my first instinct will be, I don't want to hurt you, so I go, I give you a chance. I say no, I'm just, right now, it's not about technique, it's about the mindset, okay? No. And then if you become aggressive, then come more forward, then I say no. I still give you that chance. And then if you still struggle against me, right? Whatever, just push your force against me, then I go like, no. Then I go like, no brother, no. I still don't hit. I'm just going through the mindset. This is the mindset that you must have when you are encountering aggression. Not to hit the guy. Always like, no, please, because you can hurt. I can hurt you now, but no, don't. So no. Yeah. And so we start a lock. See like this. Okay. It's a lock. It's a simple lock, right? So if I were to do double, it's two lock. I don't have to do double because I can do lock like this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I can say, look. See now, this is a lock. You can't move. If I want to be cruel, on the neck, but it's dangerous.
So through your life, have you ever had to use force on someone?
Yeah. There's a famous story in my college days. It was on the newspapers for 3-4 days. There were so many incidents, so like. But I don't like to dwell on that. It's something which, to me, I still think is unfortunate. But I've had a lot of, back in Malaysia and Singapore, people used to interview me because of that, because it's like, wow, and they say, wow. But it's not something that I'm proud about. Yeah, I can say, yeah, But when I was younger, at that time, I was a bit, egoistic about it, because I was a tough shit, So when you're young and you're a tough shit, you walk like a tough shit, You act like a tough shit, But I was learning, and then I grew up and I realized that, it's not something that you have to be proud about, But it's tough when you are young and able. That was supposed to be the pirate couldn't turn up, so they asked me to play the pirate, and I charged them £5,000 for that one day of shoot.
Yeah.
You can see which is me. That's me again.
Love the hair.
I was choreographing this whole movie, It's about a historical figure of this guy who's hopeless for nut, but I have to make him look like he's a good fighter. So it's the same thing, look. This is? Now look. See, I say please. So we lock first before we start to do all the hitting. So we learn how to be merciful, we call it. I know it doesn't look less merciful. So basically, When we start, can you touch your body? There. So here. This is all you need to defend. Basically, you don't need to defend there. You don't need to defend here. You only need to defend here. So if you reach out to me, for example, reach. No need to defend. But touch, then I defend. I'm going to use your own body weight to fall on yourself. So what do? I move your support structure and I collapse it.
Oh.
Yeah? See now, and now I do it very slightly. I can push you down. Yeah? Okay? And I have this now. That's mine. Okay, so now I'm free too. Okay, so this is physically you have it. But the inner mind and the inner balance is not there. That's why martial arts is not that difficult, it's just training. Now, you're not pushing me. You're collapsing yourself down. Sit, let me see you sit. Sit. You sit, that's it. You sit. That means you collapse your body straight down. You just be thankful, you know. Be thankful with what you have. You're okay, you're alright. No need to try. You know. When you're thankful, you get just enough, you know. And when you get just enough, you're thankful for it as well. It's perfect. Move to the top chakra. You put your tongue at the top bump of your mouth. And then you move up like that. Okay. Then move up like that. And then we go back now to the solar plexus, not the heart. And then we go 6 arms here. At your top chakra point. And then finally your solar plexus. Thumb up so that you open this space like. Now, before you get up, if you put your hands like that in front of you, do you feel anything?
Yeah.
You feel a bit of buzz in between, yeah.
I feel a little attraction.
Yeah, so that should be actually it should be a little repelling. If you do the exercise properly, you can feel it grow slightly because these are both positive points, you know. So positive and positive, it reflects, it pushes away slightly, like poles. So it should be, but you can feel it, you know. So, and we also learn about all the different negative, positive points in your body. Okay.
The balance of it.
Yes, yeah. Because honestly, it's true, you know. I have some cousins who work all their life, work really hard, very affluent, they have everything. They don't have happiness, they don't have their health, you know. Yeah. In fact, when I went to university to learn accountancy, you know, so I was, but I worked at accountancy for only 18 months because I thought working as an accountant is going to kill me. So I said, I'm not going to do it. You know. My friends who did accounting with me in college and uni, even 10, 15 years ago, when they met me, they said, I'd rather trade place with you anytime. Because they are like that. Binoculars, you know, yeah, and they're just unhealthy, you know, and they look at me, they say like, shit, you look like you just right off college, you didn't change. I said, thank God I didn't change. I said, you know, they were like really think, how is this possible? I said, well, you know, we have a choice. I said, you know, I just couldn't. When I was working in the bank, I was thinking like, I'm in office at 8 in the morning, I leave at 9 at night. I said, where's my life? You know, and I didn't like it, you know. I said, no, I'm not going to do this ever. I said, you know. Because it's ridiculous, you know. But of course, when I was younger, of course, there were a lot of things that, my friends were driving around, luxurious car and everything. You feel like you're missing something. But as you go older, you knew that this was not something that you miss. Yeah, like, really? You want to have a Porsche in your driveway?
Right.
It's a nice idea, but that's just what it is, an idea. Above a certain point, my teachers used to tell me that it's okay to acquire, possessions, this and that. But he used to give me a very good pointer. He said, always ask, is it serving you or are you serving it?
I like that.
I always remember that, So if you buy a car and you end up having to like serve it, wash it, keep it nice, all your life, if it's not serving you. You believe in God?
Yes.
Yeah, so we want to be a good servant to God, and a good servant to God, it means you're a good servant to His creation, which means you have to be a good servant to mankind, to other people. If you can't do that, yeah, where are you? Where are you in society?